So, we've already seen that Judeo-Christianity is a Middle Eastern cult, actually pretty much a spin-off of Judaism. Yet, we still need to investigate how is it that Judeo-Christianity was able to overcome all other European religions. For a start, let's take a look at a map of the region. We can see that Greece is pretty much next door, so it shouldn't come as a surprise that the earliest surviving copies of the New Testament are written in Greek. Now, I'm sure you've all heard about Greco-Roman literature, Greco-Roman art, Greco-Roman culture. The Romans were highly influenced by Greek culture, so it was only natural that from Greece, Christianity would go on to the Italian peninsula. There was a number of competing religions in the Roman Empire. The old Greco-Roman paganism, immortalized by Homer and Virgil and many others, managed to retain followers. There was the cult of the Sol Invictus, and there was Mithraism. At around the 2nd and 3rd centuries, Mithraism and Christianity seemed to be the two strongest religions, and it wasn't clear at all which one would succeed. Mithraism was very popular, and we know this because of the large number of temples dedicated to the Indo-Iranian god. More specifically, we also know that Mithras was very popular amongst the Roman legions. But Mithraism had one problem that would eventually prove crucial. It excluded women from worship. Only men were allowed to worship Mithras. In turn, Christianity was open for women. And in an empire with no education system as we know it, it was mainly women who were educating and childbearing. This way, women were transmitting Christianity to their children, or the children they looked after. Therefore, it was only a matter of time before Mithraism would dry out. It's very important to point out that at that time, people were ignorant and credulous. Even more in the case of women, for one very specific reason, that most of them were excluded from any form of education. That's one of the results of a patriarchal society. But anyway, the point is that at that time, people, men and women, but women above all, were ready to accept virtually any story. For instance, it was common belief that the sun orbited the earth, or that the earth was flat, etc. So they were ready to accept that there was a God who created the universe, who rose from the dead, who was revealed when he incarnated in a Jewish man, that he was one and three, that there was a celestial kingdom on heaven, and so on and so forth. And from there, Emperor Constantine's own conversion and Theodosius' adoption of Christianity as official religion saw Christianity turn from persecuted to tolerated to eventually persecutor of other cults and religions in the Roman Empire. The first editions of the Bible are believed to date from Constantine's times. At the time women adopted Christianity and transmitted it to younger generations, there was no Bible. So they had no idea there was going to be an unholy book like that vilified women so much, that justified gender discrimination. Surely, By the time they realized, it was too late, and Christianity had metastasized, and the Roman Empire would collapse only 1 century after adopting Christianity as its official religion.